trying to feel for it. I just don't ever feel it, John.
At this place, we're probably too slow. See how we're in slow flight, so we're pitched up and you're adding power? Yeah, we want to be able to fly about level. And ground effect, it's subtle, but it feels like the airplane's pushing back against the ground, or the ground's pushing back against you. But tell you what, if you don't mind, I'll take the flight controls. Let's go down here and get in the ground effect and sort of feel it out.
I think that's my biggest problem landing this airplane. Anywhere I do it, I don't feel it get in the ground.
Now, part of what helps, and I mean, it's tough. There's a lot of little moving parts. But you see how I've got it trimmed basically so we don't have to touch it very much. All right, so that's gonna mean that I have fine-tuned feel of what we're doing here. So we're gonna get our approach going on, and I'm just sort of keeping the nose pointed right at the water. I'm not trying to pitch back. I don't care what my airspeed is. And then, see how the airplane kind of rounds out on its own right there?
I felt it drift just a little.
Right, and so we are trimmed, and as it gets closer to the water, it just sort of bounces, right?
So that's part of maybe me also ballooning with it.
Exactly, right? The closer you get to the ground, the more efficient your airplane gets.
Now, right now I'm in the water from my sight.
No, we're still about 2 feet up. I'm going to turn a little bit left to avoid this guy. Also not touch... Now, every time we swoop through the water, or through ground effect, get that little balloon action, we lose a little bit of energy. That's why each time we're getting slower and slower.
Okay.
Let's just get over this guy's wake and back into it.
So see, right here's the uncomfortable part. Now we're coming back up a little. I felt that.
Yep. So what I want to do here for a little bit, I just want you to, we'll go get some better terrain or water, but just fly as close as you can to the water without touching it.
Okay.
Because for a landing, all we do here is we just back the power back, a couple hundred RPM, and we're not even looking at it. We just power back to hear it, and then the airplane will just whoop, set right on top of it. All right, your controls? Your controls. All right, you can turn around. So just find a big area of water, get us in the ground effect. The goal is to get as close as you can to the water without touching it.
Okay.
All right, bring it down a little more. You're about 4 feet off. Good, add some power. You want to get firmly in the ground effect without touching the water. Good. A little more power. Go. And so you feel how every now and then you sort of get bounced up a little bit? Yeah, that's just the closer you get to the ground, the more that air compresses, or we get pushed up. Yeah, we can go up and around, yeah. All right, looks like he's slowing down. Let's get back to ground.
Map 1004 Romeo 21, keep reading the map.
I'm sorry?
I said excellent. Now a little more power. A little more power.
Then as soon as I turn, I come up because I'm afraid of dipping in the water.
Yeah, and I mean, that's a good point. When we turn, we lose our vertical component of lift. All right, we're still making the same amount of lift, but it's not holding us off the ground as much. So if you bank and don't add power, we're probably going to touch the water.
All right, that's getting choppy.
Yes, it is. Good.
And the wind's coming.
Yep. So let's turn in towards the wind. Let's go in between the two islands there.
Turning left, crosswind, good south.
Get a little closer to the water. Yeah. Nose it over to get there instead of pulling power back.
Go a little to the right of the pond.
Well, let's take the left. That'll put us into the
downwind.
into a good headwind.
Close to the left.
Yeah. Get down close to that water. All right. See the red roof building, whatever that is?
Yep.
Fly straight at that.
There's a helipad. Damn it.
That's good. Stop right here.
Okay, two decks to the right of that red.
Power up and go up and around. All right, two decks to the right.
Okay, there's a flat one.
Yep.
And then one more.
Excellent. Yeah, see that little finger over there? Yep. Let's come in onto that finger, do the same thing.
Turn final, good south.
That's pretty good. Nice.
This I want to do more and more. This is helping me more than anything else we've done, John. That balloon's right again.
Yeah. Getting that feel. When you can start picking up like, hey, I'm ballooning, or that's the sensation, the feel that we need for ground. And so notice about 4,000 RPM, we're flying exactly level right in ground effect. See that? So that tells us that anything less than 4,000 RPM, we are going to sink if we're, flying 60 or faster.
Pop over and get the next one.
Yeah, that's right. So what we can do with that information is sort of hard to think about and fly an airplane, but if we come in and we use a power setting less than 4,000, which we definitely should, that means that if we get to the water, if we don't touch the water fairly soon after getting there,
that makes sense, yeah. I've lost too much energy.
yeah.
Good enough, traffic 04 Romeo.
So you don't have to force it on, but it is kind of a, rapid process. We dive at the water, controlled at the airspeed we want, we level off at ground effect, and a few seconds later, we should be coming down to touch. So then if we find ourselves over the water, and it's just, I can't get this airplane to land, we probably need to dial back the power just 100 or 200 RPM. If we find ourselves getting to the water and we're already sort of nosing up and slow, we need power, we might have to try again.
Felt like I touched it.
Yeah, we probably
I heard it tick
a little bit.
I'm hearing the same pumping every once in a while about This is my channel.
Is it? All right.
Southbound traffic 04 Romeo, turning left crosswind, Smith Mountain.
Right.
Oh yeah, I remember going there.
The wind's coming from the left. Slow.
Southbound traffic 04 Romeo, turning left downwind, Smith Mountain.
Yeah.
Too fast.
Well, some of that's going to be, see how we're going into windier weather?
Yep, I feel the gust.
Yeah, so if we get a headwind, we're going to balloon. If we get a tailwind, we're going to get dropped.
Left mount traffic 04 Romeo, turning base flag, left mount.
Felt it that time.
No?
I can feel myself sort
Yeah.
of skipping.
Yeah.
Left mount traffic 04 Romeo, turning final, runway 23.
Very good. All right, so let's go do a couple of splashes. Now that you've got that sight picture, maybe go up to the right and then hook a left, and that'll put us into a headwind up one of these fingers.